Hey there, it's iRun here, and we are back on Nether, and this video is in honor of my first Patreon, and that would be Dr. Plague. And if you want to learn more about Patreon, I'll have a link down in the description below. But basically, several months ago, well, let me hop in the game here, but please note here, see how I have all my stats fully maxed, and I'll explain more about that in a minute. Alright, so several months ago, Sir Feelgood's PvE server, well, both his servers went down, and he decided to stop hosting, and no one picked up the PvE server. So some of the people on the server that I knew, mainly Labella and Frosty, had asked me to if I would go ahead and host the server. I had made several videos on how to create a Nether server, but I never really had plans of hosting a server. And anyway, so I agreed to it, but what that called for was me to pretty much leave my computer on 24/7, and sometimes if I was trying to play the game or another game and Nether server was running in the background, it didn't really cause me any issues, but sharing bandwidth and stuff sometimes could be an issue, and I want to make sure that everybody had a good experience. So I embarked upon finding a web hosting service that could do it for us, which is the server that we are on now. And during that process, several people asked if they could contribute, and so didn't have really a way for them to contribute to the server or to my YouTube channel or my gaming channel. And Dr. Plague had stepped up, so I had a Patreon account set up, and Dr. Plague stepped up to, he was the first one to actually contribute. So part of this server, the reason why part of it is up is because of Dr. Plague. So I wanted to give him a shout out for that, and if you see him online on my server, then you can also say thanks to him as well, because it is part of his contributions that go towards keeping this server up, as well as helping out with my YouTube channel and the videos that I make to support the community. So let me get up here and secure this this safe zone, and then I'll show you a little bit. So and I'll tell you a little bit as we go, I guess. On my Patreon account, if you contribute, there's different levels that you can contribute. I mean, you can contribute as little as $1 a month, and by no means does this mean you have to. If you've never repaired Westside, this is the only repulsor, and if you come up that way, you can generally avoid any of the Nether that may be hanging out down below. Alright, so that's fixed. And anyway, in there I say that if you contribute, that you can have or at least at his level, you can have an in-game item that I will give you, plus I will give you a shout out in a video like this one right here. So shouts out to Dr. Plague. But a couple other things that I did, and I want to share with you, is number one, I've done a lot of tutorials. So during the time of tutorials, I have played a lot, and I used to have a lot of different items. Like, I think I had 4,000 dock bags, 4,000 canned food, or it was a couple thousand. Same thing with army rations and water, pills. So I've cleaned out my inventory, except for the things that I've actually bought in game or found in game. Like those I actually did. See, you can see I have 35,000 cash on me right now, so I could actually go into the store and buy some stuff. I could buy 30 more keys. But one thing that I have done, especially for Dr. Plague, he will be the only one on the server. And Dr. Plague, when you watch this, if you go into your global inventory and you scroll all the way to the bottom, because when I was checking your global inventory, you only had so much up here. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to find the Arc Avenger. So let me go ahead and equip that. And let's see, I am going to need, that takes the, I believe, the 5.56 rounds. So basically, the Arc Avenger is a weapon that is hidden in game. It's not something that you can find. It is not something that you can buy, but it is in the game files. And even though you can't see it right here, there's no image of it. When you actually equip it, it pretty much looks like a mag DR. Alright, let's go out here and I'll show you. If I can find me some nether. It looks like nether is netherless. Alright, there's the mantis up there. Let me do this. I will call him over with my pistol, and then I'll show you the Arc Avenger. So first off, if you notice in game, you don't hear anything, but it is a fully automatic weapon, and I'm not sure why it doesn't have the game sounds, but basically it's a fully automatic 5.56. Alright, we got one more thing that we need to do to wrap this up, and we're going to head over to right outside of Lakeside. May go by and fix that as well. So just hold on and we'll be right back. Alright, we made it over to MTO, and we secured it with Skull's help over there. Skull's help. I cannot talk today. Alright, so I am going to offload a few things. I'm going to go ahead and offload that. I am going to grab me a few of these. I'll explain in a minute. Got that. And I think what I'd like to do is leave some ammo and leave my pistol. So what I am going to do, I don't think I need those, so I'm going to swap those and sell them. And I'm probably not going to need those, so I'm going to swap that and sell those. Alright, I think I'm pretty much set. We are going right up to the top of Behemoth for our final shout out to Dr. Plague. And I remember when I first started streaming and putting videos up on YouTube, there was someone that told me, you know, hey, you have to be kind of obnoxious and rude, and you know, to get people to watch you. And I said, well, that's well, I guess it could be me, but that's not really my style, if you will. And we have now grown. We're almost up to 700 subscribers on YouTube, and I am looking at actually live streaming more, especially around my games like American Truck Simulator. I just like the it's a lot easier to interact there, and I find that that game probably is better for a live stream where you can chat with people, hang out. But you know, if you want to help out, feel free to check out the Patreon link, and if you don't, that's fine as well. Not a biggie. So I do have a couple of things left here. Now, if you remember, at the top of the video, I showed you that I had completely maxed out all my attributes, and I had done that originally just for testing purposes as a server admin, as well as to see what we could actually mod. But that time has come to a close. I've made most of the admin tutorial videos that I am going to make, and so therefore I no longer need it. And well, what better way but in honor of Dr. Plague, for him to get his first kill on a PvE server, because I am going to jump to my death, and we will no longer have those stats up. I start with 2 stat points. Yay. Always put your stat points in stamina first so you can run faster. Alright, well, we are going to spawn into the safe zone, get some starter stuff back. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Thanks again to Dr. Plague for his support of my YouTube channel and of this server. So, until next time, this is iRun, and we will see ya. Bye!